Hey guys, and welcome to another Diablo 3 video. Today I'll be showing you a ridiculously awesome crit Barbarian, as I like to call it. Um, I'm level 70, this is Rebirth Souls, playing at Torment 1. I could possibly play it at higher levels, but I haven't tried it yet. Um, and before I get into the build and my gear and all that, I'd just like to say that I've chosen to test the build out for you guys at Magda on Torment 1, instead of running around searching for an elite pack, wasting your time. But let's get right into it. Let me show you the gear first. I'll just go through it real quickly without talking too much about it. I'll just let you think about the gear. This ring, I'm trying to get attack speed on it. It will increase my damage just a little bit, but it's not incredibly much though. I'd like to get a new one. And then I got my awesome gloves. As you see, it rolled max on pretty much everything except for strength. Awesome. And I believe that was it. And here we go. Here's my attack speed. My crit chance is at 50%. My crit hit damage 525%. And for core, I like to go with movement speed just to get the max movement speed, and then just the rest in strength. But on this page, you can pretty much go what you want, really. Vitality and maximum fury at least is quite bad, and vitality is not too viable. Into offense, max critical hit chance out, and get critical hit damage for the rest of your points. Defense, take which one you prefer. I prefer resist all to take less damage together with armor. And in utility, you're going for area damage and life and hit. So let's get into the build here. Now, before I start talking about the skills and all that, I'd like you to know that this build is only, the purpose on it is to maximize your crit. You will crit incredibly much. I got 50% crit chance right now. While I'm in a team fight, not a team fight, sorry, in a fight against elites, I'm almost at 100% crit chance all the time. Which means on Torment 1 I can clear an elite pack in about 5 seconds, unless they're running away, of course. But let's just go for primary. Primary, you got Frenzy with sidearm. This is just the one I find most viable. You might say that increasing your damage by 12.5% would be better for your crit, but it's actually not, since your axes you're throwing out is clearing quite a lot. And I would not recommend going with these three. Frenzy is just ridiculously good at the moment. And at your right click or wherever you want to have it, you got Overpower with Killing Spree, which increases your critical hit chance by 8% every time you use it. And just to clear things out here, every critical hit you get has a chance to reduce the cooldown of Overpower by 1 second. Now that's, compared to how many times you're gonna crit, this will probably be up all the time. And you got Wrath of the Berserker with Slaughter, again maximizing your crit, getting the most damage out of it, gonna deal 300% more. You can go for Insanity to get 50% increased damage. I just like Slaughter more, but go with which one you find the most viable. And we got Revenge, again a might spell with Best Served Cold, which increases your critical hit chance by 8% for 6 seconds after using Revenge. As you see, with already Overpower and Revenge, you're gonna get 16% crit, which leaves me at about 66% when I got 50% crit. Other than that, you're gonna get 10% from the Berserker, which is 76%. Um, and again, Revenge, every time you get a hit, you got a 15% chance for Revenge to get a charge. And I would not recommend using Revenge on just white trash. Save it for the elite pack so you know you have the crit you need, or the crit you want, more or less. And then we got Battle Rage with Into the Fray, which gives you 1% critical hit chance for each enemy within 10 yards, which is quite insane. I mean, you're already at 76% with Overpower, Revenge, and Wrath the Berserker. And say you get 10 enemies on you, you get 10% additional critical hit chance, which is 86%. That's insanely high. And then you got Hammer of the Ancients. The only reason I'm using Hammer of the Ancients is basically because that is the spell with the highest crits on it and the most damage actually. The only thing bad about Hammer of the Ancients is the low range and the fact that you need to chase a lot to hit people with it. But it works incredibly well for this build. I would not recommend going with any others. But if you find any of the other spells viable for this build, go for it, let me know. And under Hammer of the Ancients you got Smash, just to increase the damage. That's pretty much it. And we go for passive skills. You're gonna go with Unforgiving to give you Fury constantly. I mean, the more Fury you got, the more you're gonna crit on Hammer of the Ancients, and the more you're gonna get Overpower up, and you know where this is going. And the other passive skill you got is Weapon Master. And at the moment I'm using 2 swords, 1 mighty weapon and 1 sword, which increases my damage at 8% more and give me 1 extra fury per hit, which is not the best. I mean, if I could, I would go for maces and axes in both hands, which would give me 10% additional crit. And if you already have that, guys, you will be at 96% crit. That's 4% crit chance from 100%. That's insane. Anyways, second last passive is Bloodthirst, just to give you some health, and the health amount you're gonna get on Hammer of the Ancients is ridiculous, and I have no idea why actually, but it is actually absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I've got no other skills at all. I've tested them all, and no other give as much health back as Hammer of the Ancients. You could try that if you don't believe me. And then I got Tough as Nails just to give me that little extra survivability. You can go with Tough as Nails, Superstition, or Nerves of Steel. You can as well go for Boon of Bulkathos just to decrease your crit chance on Red the Berserker, but I would only recommend going for this one if your survivability ain't a problem. And I would not recommend going for Rampage. I mean, at the moment I speak for myself, but I tend to not kill white trash as it reduces my chances of legendary. But you can't do it if you're on an XP run. I mean, do it. You're gonna do so much more damage. But if you're doing like I do, just killing elites, don't do it. And anyways, that's the build, guys. I'll just show you how it works real quick on Mactab. And here we go, we're in at Magda now. I'll just turn down the volumes quickly so you won't get disturbed by the sounds here. There we go. And we are on the fight. First of all, get your battle rage up. Then you get your overpower up and boom, look at that health. I mean, it drops so fast, and just look at overpower, how fast that comes back. And there we go, that was SmackDown Torment 1. I mean, I could probably do this fight on Torment 5, I believe, but I haven't tried it. I'd like to try that sometimes. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the build. I certainly do, and I believe it is by far the best build you can get out there. I'll see you again next time, guys, for some more builds and guides on legendary farming. See ya.